So I just wanted to do a quick update on the whole fitness tracker situation. As you saw in my last video, I returned the Honor Band 5 because I bought it from Amazon. Like, the returns process was very easy. I got refunded the very same day I sent it back, and I ordered the My Band 4. And in my opinion, like, I'm not a fanboy one way or the other, because I own an Honor phone. I love Huawei products, but I love Xiaomi products as well. So, in my opinion, the My Band 4 or Mi Band 4 is a much better fitness tracker. Now, they both have their good and bad sides, which I'm going to talk about very briefly now. In terms of user interface, the screen, in my opinion, on the My Band 4 is better. Like, it's quite a bit clearer. In my opinion, it's more responsive. Like, it always seems to work. Like, it always seems to recognize your finger gestures. I just feel like it's a brighter, more crisper display. That's just my opinion. They are very similar though. I'm not going to say like the Honor Band 5 screen is bad by any stretch of the imagination, because it's not. They are quite similar, but I just think it's a little bit more vibrant on the My Band 4. That's really all. In terms of battery life, I can already see that the My Band 4 is going to be far superior to the Honor Band 5. The Honor Band 5, I was really struggling to get even 5 days out of a charge, and that was using smart heart rate monitoring, so not even constant heart rate monitoring, just smart, so it only does it like when it thinks I'm doing activity. The My Band 4, I charged it about 4 days ago, and as you can see, let me just get that. That's just a Snapchat notification. As you can see, it's on 80%, so I'm going to get well over a week, probably 2 weeks, and I've got this set up to not completely, not like the highest brightness. Let me see if I can show you. Settings, brightness. Oh, it is on full. Okay, yeah, so I've got it on full brightness. I've got it on, it's checking my heart rate every minute all day. I've got quite a lot of notifications on, so I have like Snapchat, WhatsApp, email, eBay. I have a lot of things. I track a workout at least 4 days a week, and I manually check my heart rate quite often as well, and obviously I check the time a lot. I also have it on auto illuminate display when you move your wrist, so when I go like this, it'll light up the screen for me, and it's on 80%. Like, the battery life is so much better on this fitness tracker. There's just no competition there. So yeah, the app is great. It's way more accurate at tracking my steps. Like, there you go, 2,390, which is pretty accurate. I've not really walked all that much today. The main issue I had with the Honor Band 5 is if I just sort of like went like this, like that, it would track steps, which is, in my opinion, unacceptable. This one does not do that. I mean, if you keep like swinging your arms like in like a walking fashion, if you sat on a chair, even this one will eventually start tracking those as steps. But when I'm on the bus or something like that, or I'm laying in bed, this doesn't track steps. Like, the issue with the Honor Band 5 is it would. If I would, like, you know, I've said before, it sounds a bit weird, but I do like to rock myself to sleep sometimes in bed, and the Honor Band 5 would count that as like thousands of steps. The My Band 4 does not do that. The only places I can say the Honor Band 5 is superior to this fitness tracker, I'll mention them now. So the heart rate monitoring on the Honor 5 is better. It finds your heart rate faster, and in my opinion, it's a more accurate heart rate monitor, especially when you're working out. I feel like the MyBand 4 seems to underestimate my heart rate, and it also takes longer to find a heart rate value. One thing I don't like about the MyBand 4, I'm just using this e-cig to like prop it up so I can like press it easily in the video. Did you see that when I went to scan the heart rate there, it says 78. I guess that's the last heart rate reading it took, but it gives you like the false sense that it's tracked the heart rate already, which it hasn't. That's just showing you the previous reading it had. Obviously this e-cig doesn't have a pulse, so yeah, it takes a good few seconds to get a heart rate reading. As you can see, it's not going to find one now, but it's a bit misleading. It makes you think that it's found the heart rate straight away, and it hasn't. That's just showing the previous heart rate. The Honor Band 5 finds your heart rate much quicker, and in my opinion is a lot more accurate. When I'm working out, this doesn't seem to ever say that my heart rate has gone over about 130 beats per minute, which sometimes, to be fair, I only really lift weights, so my heart rate doesn't go up that much, but so sorry, I just got a bit distracted by that notification. Yeah, I just feel like when I'm working out, this underestimates my actual heart rate. The Honor Band 5 seems a lot more accurate in that respect. Another thing that Honor Band 5 does better is it tracks the amount of oxygen in your blood. Obviously the MyBand 4 does not even have that feature. Is it something I would use anyway? No. I value long battery life over a function like that. If you're into like mountain climbing at high altitude, or if you're asthmatic, or you do a lot of very high intensity training, your blood O2 levels might be something you want to keep a good track on. So yeah, there's that. The only other thing the Honor Band 5 does better than this is sleep monitoring. This always seems to say that I don't get much deep sleep, which, I don't know, it might get better like the more I wear it. In terms of hours slept, I feel like the MyBand 4 is very accurate. It just seems to change a bit between, it seems to like estimate the deep sleep I get. Also, there have been times where I've been in bed, like laying in bed awake, and this is thought I was asleep, when I wasn't. I was just laying in bed. And there have been times where I have been asleep and I've woken up, gone to the bathroom, gone back to bed and gone back to sleep, which this didn't track. Like, it didn't know that I'd woken up, whereas the Honor Band 5 was very accurate in that regard. Like, if I just woke up for like a couple of minutes, the next day on the sleep statistics, it would always know that I'd woken up. And based on like how I feel in the morning and stuff like that, I think the Honor Band 5 was more accurate with regards to the amount of light sleep and deep sleep I got, and sleep quality. I really do think the Honor Band 5 is winning in that respect. So if you really care about your sleep quality, that might be the better one to get. But on the whole, this does a pretty good job. Like I said, the length of time slept is generally pretty accurate. I like how you can compare your sleep to other users. It will say like, it'll give you like a point score, like for your night's sleep, and it will say like slept better than 20% of other users or something like that. You went to bed 1 hour earlier than most users and things like that. It's quite cool to look at, because it's collecting all this data from other MyBand users. Ideally, sometime this year, I honestly think like the absolute best budget fitness tracker would be one that has the battery life of this, has the display of this, and has the pedometer of this, but has the sleep tracker of the Honor 5 and also the heart rate monitor of the Mi Band 5. And probably the apps are quite similar. I don't think the apps really matter, but maybe they'll get it right with the Honor Band 6. This would be a perfect device if it tracked your heart rate a little bit quicker and had a more accurate heart rate monitor. Maybe the Mi Band 5 could have the blood O2 sensor as well. That would be great. And if it could just be a little bit more accurate with the sleep analysis, it will be the perfect watch. But this is a good update from the Mi Band 3, in my opinion. Just the battery life alone is really good, and I like the color display. You can download a bunch of different like themes for it. I'm just using the stock one at the minute, so I quite like it anyway. But yeah, you can always play around with that. The strap is just the same as the one on the Mi Band 3. I've ordered a proper aftermarket like watch strap base one, so I don't lose this fitness tracker. But it's very comfortable. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. I'm very happy with this. I'm going to keep it, and maybe upgrade to the Mi Band 5 if and when it comes out this year, depending on what features it has. But you can't go wrong with this. It cost me £28 from Amazon. With Prime delivery, it came like 18 hours after I ordered it. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone.